Today on our 2021 Chevrolet Colorado, we're going to be taking a look at the Snap Zap custom fit towing mirrors. Having towing mirrors on your vehicle is going to widen the mirror so you can see a little bit farther behind you. It's going to give you peace of mind so you can see exactly what you're hauling, but it's not about you. There's also a lot of other people on the road. So with the added vision that we have on the back of our vehicle, it's just going to keep everybody else safe so you can see the people passing you whenever you're turning and stuff like that. And safety is the number one thing here at eTrailer. We're going to get a pretty tall mirror with the Snap Zaps. It's going to be about 5 7/8 inches tall, so just as tall as your factory mirror, and about 3 1/4 inches wide. It is going to pivot so you can get the perfect view, and this one actually moves a lot more than some of the other ones that we have on our site, so I really like that. You can get a perfect view of what you got going. It is going to add a little bit of length to your mirror, so now the overall length of your mirror with the custom fit towing mirror is going to be about 13 1/4 inches. As you can see, we have a custom fit, and it does have a OEM look to it. So if you see the finish right here, this is the Snap Zap, but the finish on our factory mirror, it's the same thing. So it really does look like a factory towing mirror. One thing to note, this is not going to work with the factory extendable mirrors. If you do have those, you're going to have to probably go with a universal towing mirror. But with this one, the curves are really nice. It's super custom fit, and this little line right here is going to allow it to fold in, and we're not going to have any clearance issues with the glass or trim or anything like that. So since it does add a little bit of width to your mirrors, it wouldn't be a bad idea when you're in a tight parking spot or parking garage to fold these in just so nobody clips them. A lot of the times when you're adding stuff on your vehicle, you want to make sure it's safe, right? So let's go ahead and take this off. That's the Zap portion of the name. It's just super quick and easy to pull them off. And it does sound like it is kind of touching a little bit, but the way it touches is actually just this little piece here, which just goes on the plastic part of the mirror, so it's not going to scratch or anything. And we do also have some little pads on the insides, so it's not going to wear away or anything like that. It's also not going to fade away, which is something I like, because a lot of times plastics start to fade, and since this is basically the same material of the OEM mirrors, it's not going to fade or anything like that. And to get it installed, it's really easy, honestly. You just gotta put it in, start with the top, and then you can kind of grab the bottom, rotate it around, and kind of push and lift up on that lip, and it's a very tight fit. And then once it's on there, it just snaps in just like that, and we're done. It's really, really simple to install, and it's just a little tiny thing that takes a little bit of time to give your whole entire drive a lot more comfortability. Sometimes people keep these on here. I think they look great, but if you have to take them off, we get a nice little bag. I kind of like this bag. One, it gives you a place to put them. You don't really get that with some of the other options. But two, it has a little divider on the inside. So once we go ahead and take this off, we can put this in there. There's plenty of room, and it's just going to be completely divided from the other one. So let's just show you the other options that you have. There's a couple other custom fit options. I like those. Those are the best, and the Snap Zaps are my favorite. But if you really wanted to go with the bare bones and just get a universal towing mirror, maybe you have multiple vehicles you tow with, which I usually just have one tow rig. But with this one, it takes a little bit longer to install. It's obviously not near as pretty as the Snap Zaps. The straps, they get the job done, but really it just doesn't look good, and it's really not very aerodynamic at all. So this is the very entry-level way to see more behind your vehicle, and it's also not really that aerodynamic, and it does have a decent amount of play. You can tighten these straps up, but with the rubber straps, you're always going to have a decent amount of play. So this will get the job done, just not something I'll put on my vehicle. But one thing that the universal towing mirrors do have over the Snap Zaps is you can actually rotate, so you can go upright or you can go to the side. So that is one thing that you get with the universals, but I don't think that's enough for me to go with this because I just don't really like the look. Now you can see the difference between the custom fit Snap Zap and the universal towing mirror. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It's not really my cup of tea, So if you have a custom fit towing mirror option, definitely go with that. And if you have a Snap and Zap option, those are definitely my favorite. And that'll do it for a look at the Snap and Zap custom fit towing mirrors on our 2021 Chevrolet Colorado.